You're listening to American Hope Talk Radio. I'm your host, W.L. Laney. My guest today is Monica Davis. Monica is the author of Welcome to the Top and founder and publisher of the Exceptional People magazine. Monica, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure, and I look forward to having a wonderful talk with you.
Well, let's just have fun, all right?
Absolutely.
What you are doing is just simply amazing by being able to provide people with hope, and that's what our program is all about, is helping people who have lost hope either through a lost job or a business failure or a loss of capital or even a divorce or whatever that has caused them to lose their hope. And so we want to provide hope today. Here's a quick question. In the 20 years that you've been working as a business coach, what would you say is the one project that stands out the most?
Well, I would say really what I'm doing right now is what stands out most for me because it has allowed me to have a tremendous impact on people's lives. But then again, on everything that I do, it is my intention through what I do to have an impact on lives and to help people to achieve their dreams, their visions, and their goals. And that has always been my vision and my mission, and that's something that I have as the years pass. I continue to increase that, and I continue to have a larger impact on lives.
Okay, so you would say then that the change that you're making in people's lives is more important to you than the money that you earn doing it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean that is very much true because I'm not a rich person, and what I do, I enjoy it because I enjoy seeing people getting the results that they are after, and just seeing them happy because they have achieved something that they maybe once thought that they could not achieve. And so it's not, for me, it's not about the money. It's about serving others and helping them to achieve their goals and to overcome their adversities. And of course, money will come later. So it's never been about money for me. What
obstacles did you have to overcome personally to be able to get to the position where you are now, where you can help other people?
Well, I think there are numerous obstacles that, and they are similar to what most people would have. Most people have obstacles when it comes to finding the money to be able to do what it is that they want to do. Most people seem to have enough money to accomplish their dreams, and so that can be a tough situation to work through. But I mean, just generally speaking, for example, time. Time is very important. It is one of the most precious resources that you can have, and if you don't utilize it correctly, you can find yourself wasting a lot of it and not achieving the goals that you want to achieve within a time frame that you set for yourself. So I think that not having enough time to really do what it is that I want to do, because I have so many projects and things that I enjoy working on, and so time has been an issue for me. And really just, having to build a team of people to help you achieve what it is that, well, in my case, achieve what I want to achieve. And so those are just some general obstacles that I've had to overcome. And I have successfully overcome them because it's a matter of who you connect with and who you network with. And once you find a good team of people who can support you, then you can find successful ways to overcome those challenges.
So did you grow up with money, or did you have to fight your way through?
No, did not grow up with any money. We weren't poor, but we also were not rich. We worked very, very hard. All of us, we all worked hard for what we got and what we had. And so it was not something that we were brought up in terms of money. And so I am a workaholic, and so I don't mind working. I work around the clock constantly, and so I know what it is to work hard, but I also know what it is to work smart. And so it's never been about money for me, and I truly enjoy working and solving problems and helping others to solve problems. And I think one of the things that I like to do is to encourage people to don't be afraid to work hard, because it will certainly pay off in the end. It's no one can really start off at the top. Most people cannot. And so since you know that is reality, then the thing you need to do is to set into your mindset is to Just basically sit down and think about how you're going to go about your life and what it is that you want to do, and then work hard at it.
Okay, we talk a lot on the program about doing whatever it takes in order to accomplish your goal. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I mean, it based on your what you see for yourself as you go through life, whether it's personal, professional, or whether it's a business. I think it's all about working hard and doing what it takes to get there, and there are many different things that you as a person would need to do in order to get from point A to point Z. And so you have to determine what is that for you in terms of getting to point A to point Z. But yes, working hard and just doing what it takes to get there.
Okay. Did you do anything particularly wild or extraordinary as far as things that you've had to do to attain success that you could say, hey, here's an example of doing whatever it takes to be successful?
Well, I think one of the things that I've done is that a lot of people, may think that they may have thought that it was extreme, was that I worked full time and I ran a business full time, so I worked around the clock, and I didn't get any sleep. I was averaging maybe 1 to 2 hours of sleep every day, and so that was one thing that a lot of people didn't understand why I did that, and because and basically it was because I had a vision. I had a dream, and I knew what I wanted, and I knew what I needed to do to get to that point, and so I made it my purpose to do that. And even though it was extremely tough, that was a choice that I made to not only work full time, but of course to run my business full time. And so it has paid off.
Okay, Monica, one little piece of advice: plan ahead now for the future years, because as you get older, you can't do on 1 or 2 nights sleep anymore.
Yes, I know. It has caught up with me.
And you're not that old yet. Wait till you get as old as I am, and then look back and say, yes, I used to be able to do those marathons.
Yes, no, I can't do those marathons anymore either. But yes, I mean, when you're younger, you can handle it. But again, I think it's about working smarter. And as you grow older, you begin to find other ways to achieve your goals, and hopefully, working that kind of schedule that I was working at the time, hopefully you won't have to do that, but for so long maybe.
Okay, talk about working smarter for a moment. How do you rate formal education against the what I call in the trenches education?
Well, I think in terms of, when you're talking about getting a college education versus not getting one, or, whether or not you can afford it or you can't afford it, I think one of the advantages of being able to take advantage of what's available to you, if you choose not to go to college, for example, I think there are many other options available to you where you can still get an education, you can still get training, but at the same time, still be able to market yourself as if you had a degree. It's just a matter of finding the right tools and resources, and the internet is wide open for that opportunity for you to find the tools and resources that you need in order to gain the knowledge and the skills that you need to market yourself as a person who can help a company achieve their missions just the same as a person who has a degree. And today there are many companies who, and I've seen it, who will offer you the opportunity to exchange your experience for if you don't have a degree. And so there's more than one way to be marketable to a company.
Well, 30 or 40 years ago, there were most of the companies that were hiring, and certainly any of the public companies, municipalities or whatever, they insisted that you have a particular degree to even accept your application. Has that changed?
I think, and what I've seen, most companies still prefer that you have a degree, and in most cases they do require you to have a degree, and it is tough. But again, I think sometimes you just have to prove to them that I do have the skills that you are seeking in an employee, and then you try to present those skills to them. And one of the things that I often tell people is that even though you may not have a college degree, one of the things that you can do is to really just, in the field that you're interested in, if you can come up with ways to actually develop something, develop a product or provide a service to another organization or a company where you can actually show this potential employee or employer that you have actually done what it is that they're seeking in an employee, that's another way to prove to them that you have what it takes to help them further their mission.
Okay, if you go that far to create a product or a service, why not just be what I call a solopreneur? Get out there and start your own business.
Absolutely, and that was the other point that I was going to make, is that you can. You know, once you have the skills and the knowledge to create something, whether it's a service or a product, then you don't necessarily, if you were able to do that, then you don't necessarily have to go and apply to a company for a position. I mean, it's up to the individual, but I think a greater opportunity lies ahead for you if you choose to become an entrepreneur or choose to start your own business. There's so many more opportunities that will be available to you if you choose that route as well.
Well, aren't you going to make more money if you own your own business?
You will, but it is very tough to run your business. I mean, you really have to plan well when you're thinking of running a business. It really is based on planning. If you plan correctly from the beginning, then you will eliminate some of the costly mistakes that other people make when they don't really take the time to plan first. I mean, I know and I understand that starting your own business can be an exciting venture, but you must realize that planning is necessary in anything that you do. Truly, if you really want to see great results and at the same time not have to reinvent the wheel often. And so yes, planning is necessary, and I think owning your own business truly is a rewarding experience.
Okay, let's talk about your book, Welcome to the Top, for just a moment. Could that also be titled Mentor in a Box?
I think it can, yes, because I often refer to the book as being a mentor to people, because it really allows a person, let's say a person who might be thinking of starting a business, or even a person who is already in business, it allows them to really understand how other super successful people have made it, what they did to get to the point where they are. They talk about their challenges and how they overcame those challenges, and so it really gives them a grand overview of what it takes to be able to make it in business.
Okay, so is it all right with you, Monica, if I recommend that people buy your book to help them get that education, the in the trenches education that they need to be successful?
Oh, absolutely, because again, it's there are people who are featured in the book who some of them have started from nothing, and now they are running multi-million-dollar companies, and then there are others, again, as I had said earlier, they really talk about their experiences, their not only their personal experiences, but their business experiences and the failures and the challenges that they had, and how they were really thinking smart in terms of overcoming those challenges so that they could quickly grow their company. So yes, I would recommend this book to anyone, not only to potential entrepreneurs or business owners, but also people who already have a business or are really a career person, not necessarily a business owner. It is a book that truly many people can learn from.
All right, you're listening to American Hope Talk Radio. I'm your host, W.L. Laney. My guest is Monica Davis. You can reach Monica at www.secretstosuccessbooks.com. Now, Monica, is that the best way for people to get in touch with you?
Yes, I mean that is the website for the books. That's secretstosuccessbooks.com. But of course, they can also reach me through the magazine website as well, which is exceptionalmag.com.
All right. And before we go, what is the most important message of hope that you can offer our listeners today?
I would say that even in the economy that we're in today, regardless of the state of the economy, that I would not allow that to get you down. Don't let that get you down, because there are so many ways to find unique ways to find success, even within a down economy. What you need to do really is to take the time to think about your skills and your talents. Look at what you have. How can you use those talents and skills to help other people solve problems? And once you find that, then you can survive in any economy. So I say, don't give up, continue to persevere and to find your hidden talents and skills, and use those skills to serve others.
Okay, is that one of the points that you make in your other book, Start Your Business Right?
Yes, it is. It certainly is. And really, Start Your Business Right is really a blueprint. It is a blueprint to help people to really build their businesses on a solid foundation from the very beginning. And it really gets them to think about what it is that they want to do, why they want to do it, who they need to help them to do it, and how they're going to get there.
Okay, if a person is out of work, I say if you've been out of work for more than 29 days, you need to think about starting a business rather than trying to find a job. Particularly people who are 50 years old and older, the average time to find a job is 44 weeks. Now, most of us can't go 44 weeks. Most people are living paycheck to paycheck. So if you've been out of work for 29 days or more, how long would it take you to get in business if you read your book, Start Your Business Right?
Well, I think it's a matter of the person in terms of their passion and how driven they are and how willing they are to really, step into the game and to really move forward quickly. A lot of people sometimes, I've noticed, is that they will say something and then they'll do just the opposite. They may not do anything. So I think it really depends on the person and how much drive they have and how dedicated and committed are they to beginning a business or starting a business. But I would say in terms of reading Start Your Business Right, it is a plan for them, and they can truly, if they're dedicated and committed to really focusing on starting a business, they can take the information in that book and the worksheets, plan out their business and their lives, and quickly get started. Okay,
so you talked about dedication and commitment. What other things do I need if I'm going to start a new business?
Well, I think most of all, and first of all, you should have a vision. You need to have a vision and know and really understand, where is it that you want to go? What do you see yourself doing? Before you even start planning a business, what is your vision? And then, as I had mentioned earlier, of course, you need to have passion. You need to be very important. One very important thing is that you need to be what I call an actionaire. You need to consistently take action every single day. And I know life gets in the way. Things come up and we all have to take care of things, and that's true for everyone. But at the same time, you have to be committed enough to the point where you are willing to do at least one thing every single day so that you can continue to move forward in building your business. Monica,
thank you very much for being on our show today, and keep up the good work. We appreciate having you here.
Well, thank you very much for having me, and I look forward to coming back.
You have been listening to American Hope Talk Radio with W.L. Laney. Questions and comments can be emailed to wl@wllaney.com. Go to www.wllaney.com for more programs like the one you heard today.